I believe every international student will have the same experience with me. So I'm glad here to share my experience and my story with everyone. And my essay name is Walk a Mile on the Bridge. On the first day of arriving in East Lansing, I was so hungry that my belly was beginning to rumble. After 16 hours on the flight and 2 hours on Michigan Flyer, I did not spare any time in tasting the excitement of being in the United States, a wonderland I have been longing for during my earlier life. Rushing to the closest place I could dine in, I ordered a random burger on the menu, feeling anxious to eat. Then an unfamiliar sentence came to my ear and at the speed of light. For here to go? I stared at the sales clerk with my face empty for 3 seconds and tried very hard to search this sentence in my words bank in my mind, but found nothing. It's definitely a question. A guess hunting, and I murmured with my intuition, yes. With a big question mark on her face, I realized that I said something properly. Sorry, pardon? She slowed down. I mean, for here or to go, you want to eat here or want to take food out? Oh gosh, I finally understand, but I want to hide myself and escape from the awkwardness, replying, to go, please. That night, I lay down on my bed in Spartan Village, using the bedclothes I brought from home, sniffing the flavor of home thousands of miles away from me. There was no lamp in the bedroom, only the soft summer moonlight spreading upon the room. That was how I started the new life here, with the sound of steam whistle and the roaring of the trains just outside the window. From the beginning, every single day is a small-scale battle. With my first 21 years in China, my original lifestyle was developed in the collective culture and the urban spiral. Always a group of friends, a company, busy and crowded streets, neon lights in every corner, vendors with steaming hot snacks, blatant Chinese dialects. But here, I need to cook every meal alone, work hard very many hours per day, cope with homework, project, case study, back bills, and get used to the quiet, lowly country life here. At the same time, the most challenging one, the battle with the inherent values and the strong appeal to blend in. Hey, what's your name? People ask me. Connie. What's your real name? You are Chinese. It is very weird to call you an American name. Well, that's a good question. What is my real name? I gave myself an American name for your convenience. To show the respect and demonstrate my easygoing nature, I always remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But there will be risks that I lose my own identity that in the process of compromising. Is there any chance I tell everyone my real name? There are two meaningful characteristics, which mean a sailboat on a river. And the shapes of the characters are originated from the imitation of water, must, and canvas. Indeed, everyone can pronounce my name Fan correctly, a name relatively easy compared with other Chinese name beginning with X or Q or something others, but it will lose its original meaning when it comes to another language system. You all know what Fan means in English, right? But I still wonder, not too many people know. In China, there are 1.3 billion people put family name before their given names. If you call me for 3 times and no replies back, please forgive me, because no one calls me begin with Fan when I was in China. In this battle, the strongest enemy is always myself. Being a graduate student in business school, if you sit silently for the whole course session, I bet you will feel like sitting on pins and needles. American students and MBA students are eloquent, freely expressing their ideas and producing insightful sparks. You could probably find me sitting in the front row, but acting like choked by words cannot be spoken out loud. Educated with the doctrine of Ming, which teach us to maintain balance and harmony, and philosophy of keeping faith. We believe it is safe to be polite, to be a good listener and not aggressive, and never speak out immature opinions. After 1 year's struggle to remove the daily tax people put on Chinese students, I made it. I can finally raise up my hand without hesitation, defend my ideas with organized statements, regardless of accents, regardless of faith. I want to embrace the courage, the freedom, and the diversity of American life in this land. For a long time, the United States is usually believed to be the great melting pot, through which different cultures influence each other and blend into one. Before I came to US, all the media and information was delivering the same idea to me. But there is certain distance between what I experienced and what I expected. On the campus, most white students hang out with white students, black with black, Asian with Asian. Even though I cannot deny that multinational group discussion and operation happens everywhere in the campus, but I still doubt when will arrive the melting point. In one of the courses I participate, the professor asked us everyone to divide into voluntary groups. All of a sudden, white students formed groups, leaving 2 black students and 2 Asian students, including me, to form one team. Maybe there are some hidden reasons, like those white students may know each other before the course. It was a little embarrassed to tell the truth, but it really happened. When I traveled to New York City, I felt comfortable to be one of the million tourists walking on the street, and no one noticed me. Like a water drop falling into the sea, everyone can find a position in the US. After I went to the Chinatown and Little Italy in Manhattan, I was surprised to learn that immigrants still keep the way they live in their home countries. Again, I experienced untidy streets, Mandarin and Cantonese in the air, vendors with snacks, my favorite authentic Sichuan food, and which are exactly the same in China. When I read an article about salad bowl, which is a concept suggests many different cultures in the United States combined like a salad. Yeah, that's the truth. I found that is the best description. Each ingredient retains identity, respect each other without unnecessarily change many parts of it and piece together into a delicious, colorful dish. On the way of encountering different cultures, there was wall to block, and there are bridge to connect. What we need are an open-minded heart, handful of respect and understanding to walk a mile on the bridge in different shoes. I want to tear down the wall, to tell people what other side looks like. I'm not a Christian, but I go to churches, listen to Bible stories, and get to know people with an eye of self-examination. I will not send my elder family member into nursing center, but I volunteer to take care of them, accompany them, draw picture with the elder people in nursing center. I don't know football before I came here, but I went to tailgating parties and watched football game, proud of being a Spartan and fell in love with amazing football. Go green. I want to build the bridge. Let the isolated lands interact and learn from the essence of both cultures. I taught Chinese calligraphy and origami in Mason Middle School, taught those teenagers what it looks like in China. I served as volunteer Chinese teacher with Confucian Institution and MSU and have one-on-one language partner. I invited friends come from different countries to my apartment, showing them how to cook traditional Chinese food and hold a party. For here or to go, this macro question lingers in my mind now and then. It reminds me of the 1 year and a half experience in the US of freshness, excitement, frustration, independence, introspection, and self-growth. It is also a macro question, stay here or leave. Standing in front of the crossroad of graduation in this coming December, I ask myself again and again. I don't want to say goodbye to every nice and warm-hearted driver I met on Cattle Bus, to every friend, professor, and classmates who greatly helped me in all aspects of life. to the fascinating autumn leaves, cedar river, pure snow, and always blue sky, to the magnificent Spartan Stadium, lovely library, and my sweet apartment here, to the friendly Michigan people and all the terrific experience I have here. Just as Henry Thoreau said, I went to the woods because I wish to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, to see if I could not know if what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I guess that's why I walked thousands of miles on the bridge to Michigan, to explore a new life here and to write down my thoughts, inviting you to walk a mile in my story. Thank you.